So Paris Hilton is known for her reality TV success. She was really the first reality star and wild child past. But the physical and verbal abuse she suffered at an institution for troubled teens led her to a bigger purpose. Hilton has spent years lobbying lawmakers, and now the Stop Institutional Child Abuse Act has passed in the Senate, but still needs to pass the House before the end of the session. But it is likely. So I talked to Paris yesterday in Washington, D.C. about what she hopes to see happen. Paris, welcome back. You talked about the need to get this done. The Senate overwhelmingly passed it. House about to do it. And now you have all these sponsors on both sides of the aisle. What does this mean to you?
This means the world to me. I feel so incredibly proud. I'm here to celebrate, and I am just grateful to everybody here in D.C. for helping make this happen to protect children. Especially teens. So teens get in trouble. They think they're going to a facility that maybe help parents they maybe can't handle. A teen like yourself, you went in 4 different institutions. What will this act do for those kids when they go into these facilities? This is going to be so that right now there is no transparency. People have no idea what's happening behind closed doors. And this bill is really going to make it so that people understand that they're being watched and that everything is going to be put out. And instead of everything just being hidden from the world, people are now going to see what is happening so that families can know what are the good places, what are the bad places, and just know what's happening inside. You said your parents fell victim to marketing, that these teen facilities were going to help straighten out you. You're a bit of a wild kid that your parents felt needed some professional help. But what was really happening as opposed to the marketing brochures that fell on your kitchen table? There's so much deceptive marketing, and they market it differently to different people. And my family was told it was an emotional growth boarding school, and it was somewhere where I would be horseback riding, and it was this beautiful place, and they had all these fake brochures with photos that were not even of the locations, and it was just a complete scam, and my family was lied to and manipulated, and they have just been so heartbroken just to hear about all of the horrible things that happened to myself and so many others. So now, if you're a 13-year-old and you go to one of these facilities, you now have rights, you have phone numbers to call, you have things you can do if you feel like you're being abused? Well, now they'll be able to speak to their families without people monitoring. So that's when abuse happens, when somebody can't speak freely. And even with myself, my family had no idea what was happening because anytime I tried to say something, they would immediately hang up the phone and the staff would punish me. So it was terrifying. And it just breaks my heart that there's hundreds of thousands of children, that are being sent to these places every single year. And it's a $23 billion a year industry of taxpayers' money going into these places. And it's ridiculous, and it needs to stop. So this is why I've been fighting so hard and coming here for so many years and putting everything in my power to help and stop this. Using your star power, your influence to influence lawmakers. You got Democrats and Republicans rallying around this, then the House, and I imagine President Biden is going to sign this. Do you have any assurances of that? Well, I told myself that I would never forgive myself if it didn't pass and I did not come here. So that's why I got on a plane at 6 a.m. yesterday, flew down here because I wanted everyone to know how important this is to me. And I'm so grateful. I got a call yesterday from Leadership Scalise, just so grateful to him and to all my sponsors. And I'm so proud that it passed in the Senate unanimously with all 100 senators. And it really just shows the power of love and doing the right thing for children, because children are our future. So Paris, when people see you on the reality show, they act like you didn't have a care in the world. You're having fun, having a great time. Did you repress these memories, try to put them in the past? Or were you acting when you were being yourself on the reality shows? And yeah, definitely with my show, The Simple Life, everything I was doing was a trauma response, because what I went through was so traumatizing that I just told myself, I'm never going to think about this again. I'm just going to pretend it never happened, and I'm just going to kind of build this kind of fantasy Barbie doll perfect life. And The Simple Life was the first reality show ever. So after being so traumatized and going through that and then having to be on camera, I think it was almost a way to like a protective shield. And I had no idea that it would be such a success, and I would have to continue that character season after season. And then I think the whole world just thought that that's who I really was. But there was always so much more to me, but I just was not ready to talk about it because it was just too painful to think about. But when I heard that it was still happening today, and now there's thousands of these schools and hundreds of children have died in these places, I knew that I had to use my voice and say something. And I'm so grateful that I have, because it's been the most healing and empowering experience of my life and has changed my life in so many ways.
And lastly, out of everything you've accomplished, of everything you experienced, where does this rank on your things I did list?
Mm-hmm. I've done a lot of iconic and amazing things in my life and my career, but this is the thing that means the most to me. This is the most meaningful work of my life. This is my true purpose in life, and this is what I want my legacy to be. And I couldn't be prouder.
You should, and I hope the next time we see you, we'll be at the White House with the president as he signs it into law. Thanks so much, Paris.
I really hope and pray that would be so incredible. Happy holidays, and thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.